The phone rang in the late afternoon, right as I turned into the driveway of our fresh home. "Is this Daniel Brooks?" The voice on the line sounded aged and rough. "Yes, who is this?" The former owner. "Listen, I hate to disturb you, but I left something behind, something important." I nearly ended the call. Then he dropped it. There was a hidden camera up in the living room ceiling. I neglected to
Unlink it from the cloud account prior to closing the deal. It's been capturing footage. My body froze. He went on, "I only spotted it earlier today when I accidentally checked the old stream. I never intended to watch anything private, but what appeared on screen I believe you deserve to know." My breathing grew shallow. "What exactly did you see?" A long pause. "Better not discuss it over the phone." He replied, "And please keep this from your wife. Come by yourself. I'll let you view it all." I remained seated in the car for ages, eyes locked on the house. Claire had strung fairy lights across the porch. From inside, her cheerful voice mixed with her mother's and sister's as they sorted through more boxes. I stepped through the door. Claire beamed from the kitchen. "Hey love, you all right?" Gave a quick nod. "Yeah, just heading out to pick up a couple things from the shop." I pressed a kiss to her cheek, pulse racing. Driving off, an uneasy feeling settled in. As though that phone call had ripped away a fragile layer from the existence I believed I knew. And whatever the old man had witnessed, it wasn't some minor error. It felt like a signal his place sat 20 minutes out, a worn down, single-story home hidden behind a fuel station. When he answered the door, his fingers shook noticeably. "I never wanted to meddle," he murmured, guiding me in. But after 30 years in that place, it deserved more than what I witnessed. He walked me over to a messy desk and booted up his computer. I saved a copy of the recording. "I'm deleting my version afterward. You simply ought to know the truth." He hit play. The living room appeared, our living room. The timestamp read Tuesday. I'd stayed late at the office until 7 that evening. Claire entered first. Her mother trailed behind. Then her sister, Jenna. They uncorked a bottle of wine. Laughter soon followed. Claire dropped onto the sofa. "God, I still can't believe how easily he bought it. All that nonsense about a new beginning, as if the place truly belongs to him." Her mother chimed in, "You handled the toughest portion, darling. Now we keep him occupied with his job while we complete the transfer." Transfer. The word slipped from my lips in a hush. The clip continued. Claire retrieved a thick envelope. "Power of attorney documents," she grinned. "You promised he'd miss it completely." "And you were spot on, Mom." I remained glued to the display, numb. The man muted the sound slightly. "There's additional material, but this gives you the picture." Words escaped me. Movement felt impossible. Power of attorney. This went beyond secret mockery. They were dismantling my world from within, all while flashing warm smiles. Slowly I rose. "Forward me the complete recording," I told him. "Every moment of it." Because I now possessed a strategy, and I refused to remain the dupe. When I returned home later that evening, the scene appeared perfectly ordinary. Claire pecked my cheek and inquired whether I'd remembered the milk. Jenna assisted with arranging the garage items. Her mother pulled cookies from the oven to share with the neighbors. Everything seemed genuine. As though I were the one pretending in this domestic charade. I observed their every gesture, each forced chuckle. Every tender phrase now carried venom. I nodded along, offered smiles, kept up the performance. They remained unaware that I held the footage. I possessed undeniable evidence, yet I chose not to accuse them, not immediately. I required additional ammunition. Over the following days, I acted oblivious. I feigned exhaustion, claimed pressure from the office, appeared preoccupied. I installed hidden audio devices in the kitchen, along the corridor, even beneath the dining table. I routed a secondary stream through the network. I enhanced the cloud account silently. Their overconfidence blinded them. That's when the genuine discussion surfaced. Jenna, are you positive he won't challenge it? Claire, he's spineless. Let's hold off another 3 weeks. After the money shifts, he becomes irrelevant. Her mother, then we sever ties completely. Claire mentioned needing breathing room, then list the property for sale. My property. That evening in the garage, I gazed at the illuminated laptop display, hands balled tight. My throat felt parched. My pulse turned to frost. This wasn't merely a scheme of disloyalty. They had calendar dates.
I shared only the essentials. Not the full story. Not yet. I wish to discreetly cancel the power of attorney document I executed 3 months back, I explained. He raised an eyebrow. You realize canceling without alerting them might trigger questions? That's precisely my intention, I answered. We submitted the revocation forms that afternoon. He recommended duplicating everything, securing duplicates with a trusted financial institution, and beginning to shield personal holdings, checking accounts, investment portfolios, and crucially, the property title. They assumed security. Believed I remained oblivious. Yet by week's end, every significant holding had shifted quietly. I left behind only hollow facades, the targets they eyed greedily. Next came the lure. That Saturday I entered the living area wearing a wide grin. You won't believe this, Claire, I landed a substantial salary increase. Her gaze lit up. Jenna applauded. Her mother remarked, I always knew you had potential. I committed fully to the role. Extravagant meals out. A tailored jacket. Even a gratitude charm for Claire. They figured their timeline remained intact. They assumed triumph awaited. Unbeknownst to them, I already controlled the script. They merely recited dialogue in the drama I orchestrated. All that remained was the climactic scene. And it promised to linger in memory. 48 hours prior to their intended transfer, I caught Claire speaking quietly on her cell in the yard. It's set for next week, she murmured. He suspects absolutely nothing. I prepared the forged endorsement. His name vanishes from the title before he realizes. Standing indoors, coffee in hand, I studied her through the glass, as though she rehearsed a theatrical part. Her entire relationship with me had been deception, an extended performance, and she took satisfaction in it. That evening I dispatched a secure package to Harold. All audio captures, the saved video streams, the revised revocation forms, plus the practice.
Forgery Claire believed remained unseen. Ready the concluding dossier, I instructed. Urgent court filing. Target completion by Tuesday. A brief reply arrived from Harold. It will be elegant. Sleep evaded me. Come morning I proposed a family meal at home. To celebrate, I announced. The extra pay arrived. They swallowed the bait completely, greed fueling their acceptance. I prepared grilled meat. Selected fine bottles. Even fastened the charm Claire had presented months earlier. They bantered. Giggled. Raised glasses to my success. And I maintained the pleasant expression. Until Jenna tapped her stemware and declared to Claire, soon to be sole proprietor of this residence. Laughter erupted. I rose, lifted my own glass, and proposed, let's raise another toast next Tuesday. I've prepared something memorable for then. Cheers rang out. They stayed ignorant. Yet Tuesday marked the moment their fabricated empire would collapse entirely. Tuesday arrived. I dressed simply, gray button-down. No accessories. No scent. Pure composure. Claire descended wearing crimson. Jenna already mixed morning cocktails. Her mother chatted on a call, boasting about this marking the final stretch in another person's dwelling. They viewed the day as conquest. Precisely at 9 the doorbell sounded. Claire frowned in puzzlement. I answered. Harold entered carrying a hefty envelope. A uniformed process server followed. Daniel, Harold acknowledged. Prepared? I faced the trio. Please sit, ladies. You'll prefer to listen closely. Claire snorted. What is all this nonsense? The officer produced paperwork. Claire Whitman, you are hereby served notice to cease activities involving attempted real estate deception and document falsification. Jenna leaped up. What in the world? Harold offered a subtle smile. Additionally, note that Mr. Brooks has initiated an immediate hold on shared financial holdings during the fraud inquiry. Her mother shrieked, "This is impossible." I leaned in. Actually, it's already done. While you schemed to exclude me, I reclaimed it all. You possess zero. This residence, mine alone? The finances, frozen. That charm around your wrist? Purchased on my account, I'll reclaim it as well. Claire remained statue still. One final detail, I continued, pushing a memory drive toward them. It holds every captured discussion. Duplicates rest with my counsel and the secure online vault. Any form of reprisal? The material becomes public. Silence engulfed the space. I had formally begun the battle, and they recognized defeat had already arrived. Color fled Claire's features while the officer completed delivery. Jenna snatched the drive as though she might undo what existed eternally in digital storage. You've lost your mind, Claire spat. No, I replied, I had simply been trusting. There lies the distinction. But clarity has arrived. They stayed rooted. Gather your belongings, I stated icily. Departure required before dusk. This belongs to us, her mother protested. Incorrect. It belongs to me. And recall, the loan, ownership record, services, and all financial ties rest exclusively under my identity once more. None of your identities appear anywhere. You wagered it all on fabricated handwriting. And you failed. Jenna's tone faltered. We only aim to support Claire, she merits better than. Then what? Then sharing a genuine future? I countered. She rejected equality. She craved dominance. Yet I offered dignity, affection, faith, and you transformed my existence into your scheme. Claire attempted the wounded role. Daniel, please, can we discuss privately? Avoid doing this before them. Before them? I let out a dry chuckle. You recruited them. You conspired alongside them. I gestured toward the officer. Remove them if they linger past 6. I moved beyond the group and ascended the staircase. Silence trailed behind me for the first time. Below, the noises of closets emptying, luggage closing, and defeated murmurs supplanted the sharp words they once delivered so proudly. I had recovered every piece. Yet the conclusion waited. The ultimate retribution would etch a permanent mark. As twilight brushed the horizon in deep amber hues, their bags lined the sidewalk. Claire exited last, makeup streaked, still grappling with the unraveling of her design. I no longer observed from inside. I already stood downtown in an elevated office suite, delivering the concluding documents to my contact at Wilkins & Rowe, the elite practice Claire had long aspired to enter. You're certain about proceeding? The senior attorney inquired. I confirmed with a nod. She falsified official records. She employed covert recordings for attempted coercion. And proof exists of efforts to interfere with professional holdings. He released a breath. Her legal career ends here. I rose and clasped his hand. Precisely the objective. Before the clock struck 12, Claire's credentials faced formal complaint. Her placement prospects vanished. Her reputation received alerts. Her professional profile already sparked inquiries. From an anonymous account I transmitted a single final note. You constructed your path through deceit against mine. Now reconstruct it. Starting from 0. I erased the sender. Returning home, I settled on the front steps with bourbon in hand. Chill wind touched my face. Yet within, a sense of purity settled. They presumed superior cunning. Assumed silence would persist. Believed affection guaranteed no resistance. But I didn't merely resist. I triumphed. And the finest element? They never anticipated the outcome.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a twist. Stay tuned to Reddit Tales Times for your daily dose of drama, laughs, and unbelievable stories.